Happy JCG in the dungeon with the Venom vs. Spider-Man diorama by Sideshow Collectibles. This is an oldie but a goodie from 2006. This is not the exclusive. So the Venom head is on there. It doesn't come off. The exclusive was the Eddie Brock head. Half Eddie Brock, half Venom. I prefer the regular. I probably would never have displayed the EX. So here we go with the regular. I think it was an edition size of 1200 and it was produced and released in 2006. This is not a very large piece. This is only 10 inches tall, if that, maybe 9.5 to 9 3/4 inches. But I just love this thing. You can see it has very, very subtle purple highlights in the Venom paint job. And the sculpt for Venom is just incredible. The head is very reminiscent of the Venom comiquette that Sideshow produced. Although it doesn't have that pink highlight on the eyeballs. The teeth and the tongue are very similar. You can see the nice variations in the paint on the shoulder. The musculature on Venom is just insane. The scale here is also pretty good with Spider-Man in relation to Venom. I kind of like that. You know, you can tell it's almost like a... My cat's digging it. So yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces. It's also either the first or the second piece I got from Sideshow. I can't remember which one came first, this one or the Hulk versus Spider-Man, but this is definitely one of my favorites, and one that you don't see really getting enough love, I guess because it's so small. But, I mean, look at that. Venom is ginormous. Spidey's grabbing his hand there. Let me try to get close. I'm going to pick around with the light. But yeah, like the paint job on this is immaculate. It is one of the best paint jobs on any of the Sideshow pieces I have. Old as gold, the old school fucking Sideshow. Bringing it home in a big fucking way. Even though it's a small statue, it has a lot of presence. You can see like the purple highlights in the paint really. It's very subtle. It goes from like this, you know, black and very subtle blues to this black and these very subtle purples. And like I said, Venom is just, it's like a smaller version of the comiquette. And this is probably the scale that the comiquettes should have mirrored. I mean, I'll always say that, and you know, I've measured it out, and I've taken, I should put a video together because the Venom is bigger than Spider-Man. People are gonna bitch and moan and say he's not, but he fucking is. The comiquette Venom is bigger. He's fucking crouching. So everybody can just fucking stop their bitching and moaning. I'll put that video together because I actually measured it out. Built little fucking pipe cleaner versions of each one, and it's all an illusion. It's an optical illusion. Venom is bigger. He's just fucking crouching. But let's not talk about that now. Look at that face. Look at that fucking face. That's some crazy shit right there. That is some good shit. That is just, look at the way the tongue wraps around Spidey's arm. There's so much action going on here. It's just like, it's insane. They really, Sideshow really nailed it with this. I love their diorama series. I have this one, I have Hulk versus Wolverine, and I have No, I do have the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama, but I have the Hulk versus Spidey and the Wolverine versus Sabretooth, and they are all fantastic. Yeah, I mean, look at just the subtle blues in this paint job on Venom. It's so nice. Clean lines. I love the way he's breaking out of this stone base. Spidey has clean lines. There's not one shitty line on Spider-Man. They did a great job. The paint job is really good. Just a lot of motion. Like this was a snapshot of this life or death struggle between these two bastards. Yeah, man, like nothing beats this old school Sideshow. When they were on, man, they were on. Before they, this is when they were hungry, and they were trying to drum up business. You know, they got a little too complacent, I think. You know, the fucking almighty dollar superseded customer service. And, you know, that's why you got Thanos, which I don't know how many dudes are waiting on replacement bodies because something was fucked up when they should have been like, none of those Thanoses should have gone out without a QC, and if there was a blob of paint on them, they should have been sent fucking back and redone with the amount of money they were charging for that shit. But that didn't happen with this stuff back in the day. Or did it, but people were just not as picky. Social media, I think, made everyone a bitch and a whiner. This is fucking spectacular, though. Look at the details in that. This is just spectacular. There's no complaints here on this. So nice. The red and the blue, perfect. The lines on Venom's back are just super clean. The sculpt is phenomenal. The sculpt is so sick. I just look at it. Just the Venom face is just so evil and nasty and dirty and ugly, and that tongue is just crazy. I mean, it's hard to really appreciate Spider-Man because the Venom sculpt is so nice, but Spidey, with all those lines on his, those are all sculpted lines, and they're all painted really well. You know, no wonky lines on his face. Those eyes are perfect. Overall, this is just a great sculpt. This is old school, and you know, back when Sideshow was hungry, and they made they produced great statues with very, very, very few issues as far as quality control goes. Love it. This is one fantastic statue. It's tiny. I wish it was bigger. It would be amazing if it was like quarter scale. I just imagine how sick this would be at quarter scale. But I like it small. It's one of those small pieces you could put in an office on your desk or something, and you know, you could admire it. It doesn't take up a lot of room. Yeah, the Comiquette has that soft pink highlight around the inside of the eyes. This, I'm not sure if you see it, but it's got like a blue or a grayish highlight, which is pretty cool. Alright, just kind of threw this together real quick, on the spot. I was like, it's been a while since I posted something, so give it a like, subscribe. I'm going to try to put more stuff up, and, you know, maybe even document the dungeon as it comes together, because I got some plans for this, as a media room and a display room. More of a media room that will also showcase the statues. But that's it. Just wanted to throw this out there, enjoy it. I haven't seen a lot of these on YouTube, so give me a like if you dig it. Give me a subscribe, and peace out, homies. Later.